To assess whether our students have a deep, authentic command of the perimeter of rectangles, I decided to interview some of our 6th graders. Let's watch how student number 1 responds and see if she demonstrated procedural skills and fluency and conceptual understanding. What is the perimeter of a rectangle that measures 8 units by 4 units? Okay, how do you know?
Because you would add up all the sides and that would get you your answer.
And what would that be?
24.
Procedural skills and fluency? Check. She knows how to figure out the perimeter of the rectangle. Conceptual understanding? Check. She understands that the perimeter is the sum of the rectangle's sides lengths. Let's now take a look at the next question. Does this problem seem remarkably different to you than the last problem? List the dimensions of a rectangle with a perimeter of 24 units. I hope you are wondering what the heck just happened. Is it possible that we have students in our classes that initially appear to have a deep, authentic command, but actually have a superficial understanding? What was so different about the first question that allowed the student to appear to demonstrate procedural skills and fluency and conceptual understanding? The answer, depth of knowledge. Depth of knowledge is the complexity or depth of understanding required to answer or explain an assessment-related item. Let's watch how student number 2 responded to the same 2 questions. What is the perimeter of a rectangle that measures 8 units by 4 units?
8 units by 4 units?
Okay, can you show me what that would look like? Can you draw a rectangle and show me what that would look like?
Okay. Because it would have to be even either way if it's a rectangle. So it would be 4 on this side and 4 on that side, 8 on this side and 8 on that side.
List the dimensions of a rectangle with a perimeter of 24 units.
December 24 would be. Wait a minute.
Okay. Can you think of any other dimensions that has a perimeter of 24 units?
I can't think of any other one.
Again, we have a student who initially appears to have a strong procedural skills and fluency and conceptual understanding. However, when we push just a little bit deeper, it is clear that his foundation is not solid. In fact, if you look at the dimensions of these rectangles, they all have a perimeter of 24. Let's now try another question. What is the simile on page 88 of the book Wonder?
Well, I found several similes.
Okay, just pick one.
Okay, sometimes people assume he's been burned in a fire. His features look like they've been melted, like the drippings on the side of a candle.
Okay, great job. In the book Wonder, on page 88, there's a simile that reads, "His head is pitched in on the sides where the ears should be, like someone used giant pliers and crushed the middle part of his face." How does this simile on page 88 of Wonder help you as the reader?
I think it helps me because it gives me a more vivid image of what August looks like, and now I understand more why people do the things that they do to him, because he's going through a lot and they think he looks weird.
List one fact that this picture represents.
That both of the objects weigh the same amount.
How much is the weight?
2 kilograms.
Let's now tweak this question just a little. You know, critiquing the reasoning of others is a great way to reveal one's understanding. However, I'm going to add just a small twist to see how confident the student is in her own understanding. You see, in this problem, both Amanda and Tom are wrong. Let's take a look.
Amanda studied the mass gain in chickens for her science project. Amanda thinks the mass gain is 2 kilograms. Her brother Tom thinks the mass gain is 5 kilograms. Who is correct, and explain your reasoning?
I think that Tom was correct because up here they weighed the same amount and then they added the chicken and it was 5 kilograms. So I think Tom is correct. So
Even with plenty of think time, this student was not confident in her answer, so she just chose Tom. Well, let's now take a look at student number 2.
List one fact that this picture represents.
That this weighs the same as this.
And how much would that be?
2 kilograms? That's what it says.
Amanda studied the mass gain in chickens for the science project. Amanda thinks the mass gain is 2 kilograms. Her brother Tom thinks the mass gain is 5 kilograms. Who is correct, and explain your reasoning?
I don't think either of them are correct because in the first picture, this cage weighs 2 kilograms, and in the second picture, the cage with the chicken in it weighs 5 kilograms, and we already know that the cage weighed 2 kilograms, and so 5 minus 2 equals 3, so I think that the chicken weighs 3 kilograms.
This student demonstrated a strong conceptual understanding of this particular problem. More importantly, this question was extremely meaningful as it helped us better understand the level of command this student had toward this concept. Let's now take a look at a 6th grade geography problem.
Looking at the map, which country is south of the United States?
Mexico.
Now that you've been studying about the rain shadow effect, let's look at the satellite image and terrain image of Mexico. I would like you to analyze and explain what the different colors represent.
The green means the areas that I think get more rain, and the brown places don't get as much rain and like stuff like that. So like the rain shadow effect on this mountain range, the rain is coming in from over here, but the mountains block the rain, so the land areas over here don't get as much rain.
So show me the mountain ranges again.
There was one right here, and then right there.
This question, along with a real image, allows the student to transfer their knowledge to demonstrate their understanding. Quality questions matter. In fact, Level 1 questions can lead to many high averages and A's. However, Level 3 and 4 questions can lead to a quality education. Something to think about.